Hey folks, JD here, and today we are looking at this. This is the E010, a little drone, a nano drone, by the makers of Eachine. So, let's open her up and have a little look. Oh, that's upside down. Accessory bag. Ah, look at that. So there's the quadcopter. So let's open it. Oh, come on. A little bit. There we are. Right. Well, this is quite nice. It's taking a minute to get all this plastic off. So much plastic. And there we have it. Look at this. That is so small. That is such a tiny nanocopter. I mean, obviously the clue is in the name nano, but still, this really is quite a small copter. So, look at that. Again, really nice design by Eachine. We saw that on the inverted copter a couple of months ago. And once again, this does not disappoint. It looks really nice moulded body to it. These sort of, I don't know, what would you call them? Sort of like ducts, I suppose, or like vented ducts. Obviously with the fans, the propellers sitting inside it. On the underside, you've got the tiniest battery I think I've ever seen. 3.7 volts coming in at 150 milliamp hour. So that in itself is tiny. It takes approximately 50 minutes to charge it. So let's plug it in and see if it's got a small amount of charge left in it. Just so that we can see if we've got any LEDs. Yes, we have. Let's knock off the light. So we've got a red LED on the back, and we've got a blue LED on the front. So from what I can see, there is no on button, so as soon as you plug it in, then that's it. It comes active straight away. So this quad does a couple of things. It does do stunts, does do flips, so it will flip over left and right. Obviously when you are doing that, make sure you are quite a way off the ground, just because you do tend to lose some altitude as the copter is flipping, and then once the air pushes it correctly back through the propellers, the copter will take back off and go back up, or will be able to go back up to its standard altitude. You've also got one key return home. You've got headless mode with it as well, should you prefer to use headless mode. But that's pretty much it. It is just a self-contained copter. I should imagine with these little propeller guards, although air ducts maybe, would funnel the air directly in, so you would get quite a strong current, I would imagine, through that. So it might make turning corners and just control overall quite a bit more stable. So hopefully, well, we'll see this now when we take her out in the next couple of days. So let's put that to one side. Let's have a little look at the transmitter, and then we'll come back and look at the accessory bag. So let's just put this over here for a minute. So the transmitter is pretty standard, I gotta be honest, by the look of it. It does seem, there we go, as if it is just like your standard nanocopter transmitter that we've seen with the Cheersons, and once again we've seen with the Eachines, we saw with the Gizmo Vine, the Space Bug. This is no different. So you've got your two shoulder buttons at the top, you've got your trim controls either side, you've got your on and off button, and once again you've got your accelerator and your directional sticks in the left and right analog sticks here. You've got a little battery bay door in the back, which takes two AA batteries. Once again, this transmitter does not allow you the option of plugging in chargeable batteries and charging it directly from the transmitter. So you would, if you have got chargeables, you'd have to charge them first off before plugging them in. So that in itself would need to be done before attaching them into the transmitter, or just buy shop batteries and then just plug them in as well. So there we are. That's quite nice, quite sweet, quite small in hand, I gotta be honest. Even though it does sit really quite nice, it is really small to hold on to. So I imagine that is going to cause a little bit of issues maybe when we take her out for a flight. The buttons are good. The buttons feel quite strong. So what I find often is that the on button is a little bit on the loose side, same as the shoulder buttons. But no, there's absolutely no give whatsoever in this button before you actually click it on. Same as the trim buttons are in exactly the same. You've got a red LED at the top there, that just alerts you when you've turned on the transmitter. Once up, once down, that then will then directly bind to the quadcopter and then you can take off. So, let's put that to one side with the quadcopter. Let's have a little look at this little accessory pack that comes with it as well. So obviously you've got your manual that comes with it as well. And now for the accessory bag. So in the accessory bag, as we saw, the battery is on the underside of the quad. So you've got a USB charger and you've got 4 replacement propellers, should they be needed. That is everything. There's no screws, there's nothing that you've got to attach to this quadcopter. It is totally assembled and it's pretty much ready to fly. All you've got to do is charge the battery, add batteries to the transmitter, and that's it. You should be good to go. So there we have it, folks. This is everything that you get in the box. You get the quadcopter, the transmitter, accessory bag, and you get the little manual as well. So please join me in the next couple of days when we're going to be taking this guy out and putting it through his paces. Thank you ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, my friends, happy flying.